When I was a teenager, I had pigeons that I looked after and lived with me. They were my companions. When I went for a holiday once and got back home, I couldn't see them. I went to the terrace and saw their feathers lying everywhere. They had been torn apart by a cat. There was nothing I could do, but I never kept pigeons after that. I mentioned this story to a few people 3 days ago at a gathering, and they reminded me that it must have been traumatic. It was more than just traumatic. There were parts of me I couldn't forgive. Two nights ago, while I was returning home at night, I saw something lying on the road. It looked like a possum from far. But as I drove closer, I realized it was a cat. Its eyes were still open and it was looking at me. I stopped the car, got out, looked at it for a while. It wasn't breathing, and there was blood oozing out of its mouth. It had been hit by something and left on the road. I touched it, and the body was still warm. I called my sister and asked her if she knew what I could do, or I just needed some guidance at that time because I was in a different space. I decided to use a bag from my car and lift it up gently and put it on the side of the road so that the owners could find it the next day and they would know what happened. The next day morning I drove past and there was no cat. So it had been taken care of. Last night, as I was driving back home while talking to my mom on the phone, I was on this major street that was leading to the highway and I thought I saw a bird on the road in the lane parallel to me. So I watched it like this and I was like, is that a bird? And then I stopped the car and took my car a few meters back. It was a bird that was standing upright but not moving and not looking. I stopped the car, got out. It was a pigeon and I picked it up effortlessly and it made no movement, but it was alive. No bones were broken. I brought it into my car, showed it to my mom over the phone, and then came back home. I called my sister, who has learned animal communication. I have learned it too, but sometimes I doubt myself. I showed them both the pigeon that wasn't really alert. It was in a daze with its head just flopping around. I didn't know what to do. But the first thing that I would want is for someone to give me water if I was in that situation. So I did the same. I gave water to this bird, and I was grateful because it took a few sips and then closed its eyes. It was still breathing, so I put it in a little laundry basket and wrapped it in a towel to keep it warm. I didn't know what to do. It had been a long, long time since I had interacted with a pigeon again. And I woke up this morning at 5:30, and the first thought was to check what is going on with this little bird. He's had a good big poop. I fed and gave some sunflower seeds. He hasn't eaten, but she even took a little flight when I tried to touch it because it's quite alert. Here, in the past 2 days, I saw a beautiful grey cat that had just passed, and there was nothing I could do. Yesterday, I saw this bird, and there was something I could do. If I had left it there, it would get squashed by the car behind me because it was so hard to see at night. We can't control what happens to us, but we can control what happens to others to a certain extent through our actions. And I'm grateful for this opportunity. I couldn't save my bird companions those years ago, but I could save this one. I developed hatred for a while for cats after that event, but no more. All animals gotta do what they gotta do, and I will do what I will have to do because I love doing it. I love looking after animals, no matter what stage of life they are in. I held this pigeon that was almost lifeless in my hand yesterday and said, I hope this warm energy gives you something you need that makes you feel alive again. And it is alive now. I just began a breathwork teacher training course 2 weeks ago. and my teacher asked me to make a video and talk about breathwork. This course couldn't have come at a better time, as I need to learn to breathe effectively and help others do the same. And I look forward to it.